Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning into TBM Sports and happy Friday. Thank goodness it's here as we close out the work week and get into some nice weather. We do have a finals game 7 to look forward to, but the MLB picks will be coming day in and day out through the weekend as we have some exciting matchups to talk about. I'm going to give you guys 3 best bets on today's card. It won't be a full video breakdown today, but I appreciate you all tuning in. As always, appreciate all my returning subscribers. And if you're not subscribed yet to TBM Sports, make sure you do so right down below. Hit that like button. It's completely free to do so, okay? So as we look at this card, we do have some afternoon baseball, some later games. There are a couple storylines I want to talk about. First, let's recap yesterday. We had one rain out. We did cash one ticket, but then there was 2 losses that we did have. The likes of Rafael Devers, he only went 1 for 3, not getting it done. Lower scoring game there with the Giants and Guardians, and I kind of look for that one to kind of change gears a little bit as the Guardians have a plus matchup today with Tanner Beebe going. I look for that game to go over the total potentially as they take on the Oakland Athletics there in Oakland, or Sacramento, I should say, in that little kind of throw together ballpark that I think we will see a lot of runs out there on the West Coast. But I want to talk about my best bets, okay? And the first game that we're going to look into is Philadelphia, okay? Now, Philadelphia, not sure why that they're drawing this matchup, but as we look into kind of the storyline as they take on the Metropolitans, the New York Mets are rolling out a pitcher that I just think is going to get absolutely shellacked. So we're going to take the Phillies here on the run line, on the total runs market, okay? So we're going to go Phillies over 4.5 minus 125. Probably my favorite, if not my top play of the day, is taking the Phillies to score 5 at home. They have Zach Wheeler on the bump. I think they will be able to cover that run line potentially. I just worry a little bit about the Mets bats if we do see kind of an explosion. They always have that potential, okay? They have been reeling a little bit. The one thing that does scare me is that if the Phillies do win this game like 5-1, they kind of pull up a little bit later on as we get to that second half. But I think that the thing that we're going to see in this 9-inning contest is they're going to get on this pitcher for the Mets very, very soon and early. Okay, early and often is what we're looking for. So taking the over 4.5 runs, team total for the Phillies will be my number 1 best bet. Also, we're going to look into the next game between Houston, where we target the Houston Astros taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Now, the reason why I like this game, not only because Hunter Brown is pitching, but the Angels do have one of the highest strikeout rates in the MLB. We're going to take a little bit of a same-game parlay here, kind of dumb it down a little bit. Hunter Brown, from a strikeout perspective, has been absolutely awesome, and I want to get this to plus money, okay? You could just take his Ks over 6.5 at minus 145, minus 150, whatever you can find out there. I don't mind that, but I'm going to parlay the Houston money line, backing Hunter Brown. You could even take Houston first 5 money line, but the Houston full game money line parlayed with Hunter Brown to have 6 Ks. Another one of my favorite bets on today's card. That will be an official bet. That will pay a plus 102 price, okay? And then the last game, we are going to go after it, okay? When we get these totals, right, it goes both sides of the spectrum, all right? If we have a kind of a pitching duel that does have some expectations, you will see that those totals sometimes set at 6.5. Very rarely do we get a 6, okay? But 6.5s are very prevalent, and that's when, we get those low totals. I sometimes like to go under more than not. Doesn't leave too much wiggle room, margin for error. But we're going to talk about the game out there within Colorado, okay? And the reason being is Colorado, we talk about kind of the pitching matchups in this game. The Colorado Rockies at home at Coors Field. They've been kind of scoring some runs a little bit better offensively than expectations, as kind of what we've seen as a mean. And we have a total set at 12, okay? The juice is minus 105 on this bet. And the other way that we kind of approach these kind of polar opposite totals, right? They're low, 6, 6.5, or conversely 12, 12.5. I will go over with those 12s, okay? They're kind of just begging you to go under. Me personally, though, I know it's kind of the highest I'm willing to lay, but would not shock me one bit in this contest if we have one team in the Rockies game score 12 runs themselves. So give me Colorado. We're going to go over 12 runs in that contest as my last official bet. Okay. The only other game that kind of caught my radar, we have a lot of, the Padres are in action with Nick Pivetta on the bump. We got Clayton Kershaw going against Mackenzie Gore out there, Nationals, Dodgers. That's kind of an interesting one to handicap. I talked a little bit about the Cleveland game and potentially going Guardians and the over. That's something I do like as well out there on the in Sacramento. But those are my 3 best bets. We have some great baseball. The only other one that I wanted to talk about, this was the Yankees and Max Fried going for them in that ball game. I just think that the Yankees, not confident. I'm not there yet, but I really wanted to look into Max Fried, backing him on the bump and taking Max Fried potentially over, his outs under the earned runs, over the outs. And I also did like the Yankees on the run line, -1.5. I think it pays a -115 price. That would be a very strong lean as well. I just think the Yankees, they kind of snapped back a little bit yesterday against the Angels. But you kind of never bet against a streak to end, and you just really don't know when it does end. So hopefully they kind of reverse gear. But some interesting things about the Yankees historically, they kind of go on a little bit of a lull, kind of year in and year out, where they just can't play baseball, they can't hit the ball. And that's kind of what I think we saw. I'm not closing the book on them. The AL East has been very dominant, I think, in terms of just having a lot of, I guess you would say, competition in that division. I think that it has been pretty fair. I think potentially even all of the teams in the AL East are, with the exception of Baltimore, are over 500. So that's something that is noteworthy. But I like the Yankees. I like Max Fried, one of the candidates that I always like to back. So if you did want to kind of target them, Yankees, I think they get the job done, and Max Fried has a great outing once again. And I do like the Braves a little bit today as well. Just a little sidebar there for that game as we look for the Braves to continue their run. They've been playing some great baseball since Acuna's return. So that's kind of where I'm at. Appreciate you guys. Sorry this was not a full video breakdown as we run the whole board, but I still wanted to get out my picks. I will be betting these 3 bets today in the MLB. We're going to go Philadelphia team total over 4.5. That's probably my favorite bet of the day. Also Hunter Brown 6Ks, Houston money line, same game parlay, and we're going to take the over 12 at -105 in that Colorado Rockies matchup. So that's it. Have a great Friday. Enjoy it. We'll be back tomorrow with the full rundown. We'll get that one out a little bit earlier for you guys as well. Appreciate it. Make sure you all subscribe down below. Good luck on your picks, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Cheers.